guys, it is Wednesday the 28th of June. I'm here in Parrish, New York at Speedy's truck stop, and yeah, just coming off my 10-hour break. I actually got about another 30 minutes left, and it's kind of a rainy, dreary day. It's warm, 75, and that's about it. I haven't made a video in a while, but we'll see if we can start making some again. Try to get back on track here. It's 4:52 p.m. so I'm just getting my day started. You know, as you know, I run nights pretty much. So yeah, we got to get a couple things done. All right, so we got to get out and we have to put a new light cord on the tractor. The light cord that's on there is not working right. Some of the connectors inside the end are pushed way in, and I think it's shot. I go through a lot of light cords, probably at least 2 a year, if not more, because of a lot of dropping hooks. So I'm constantly plugging in and unplugging that light cord, and it gets worn out pretty easy. I have a few tricks where I can make it last longer by moving the connectors in closer so they get better contact again. Do that with a little pick. I can get down into the light cord and squeeze them tighter so that they work, you know, stay connected to the pins on the trailer a lot better. But yeah, so we're gonna put a new light cord on, and we'll do our pre-trip, and we'll head on over to Fulton and pick up a loaded trailer. Right now we got our empty. It's all cleaned out. Just got a drop and hook down at Fulton, and we're gonna head for Vermont as usual. Let's see. That's about right, I think. That should be good. That should be good. Alright, so I'm sitting here having my breakfast, waiting for my 10-hour break to be over. I'm having a, let's see, it's a croissant with sausage, egg, and cheese, and a Pepsi Zero cherry, sugar-free. Breakfast of champions. Anyway, we gotta write down our information for our load pickup, and then we're gonna head over and get our trailer. Alright guys, we are on our way to Fulton now. Cruising through the little town of Mexico, New York. Don't blink. Yeah, so it's only, I'm only showing 63 degrees outside. Overcast. We got poor air quality today because of the smoke from the wildfires in Canada again. High school off to the right here. It's done for the year. I think last weekend was graduation for most schools.
Turn left.
Yeah, so we got poor air quality that says stay inside as much as possible. Limit your outdoor activities. Well, it's kind of hard to do for me. Oh, we got somebody that knows what the stop line is for. Excellent.
Continue on route.
A lot of times on that corner, people pull all the way up, and it makes it hard to get around. Yeah, so we just follow this Route 3 here. We're on Route 3, right into Fulton, and we'll be picking up our trailer. Alright, so we're here at Fulton, and they're having me put the empty in a door. So I'm over here where we drop our empties. Docks are right over here to my left, so it's not a big deal. I usually ask them. Just to be nice to the yard guy, in case I ever need him to help me. Yeah, we'll just come up here and double check what it looks like at the dock. Which that looks fine. Looks good. Alright, so the reason I didn't roll the landing gear down all the way is there's a big dip right there at this dock. And if you roll the gear all the way down to the concrete, the trailer's too high once they pull it out of the dock. See what the grease looks like on our fifth wheel. We'll lower the trailer down a little bit. Yeah, we could use some grease on that. We'll lower the trailer down a bit, and then we'll drop the air suspension. This way we don't scrub all the grease off it. Let's see, which way is it gonna go? I think this way, huh? Whatever way's easier. You got all this pressure on the landing gear. Yeah, that's gonna be good. One more for good luck. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on the gear right there because of the air ride. Plus they got it backed up against the rocks here. I'll show you. So it's up on the rocks, as you can see. But all that is pushing forward on that gear. Luckily, this gear here worked pretty easily. Probably going to be a lot of wind noise. Sorry, guys. Then we'll take some of this grease here. I don't put too much at the top. I put most of the grease here because that'll spread it around. Especially when you're going underneath a trailer, if you're going to be picking up the trailer, it's just going to scrape all that grease up to the front anyway. This is just a cheap plastic scraper from Walmart. Yeah, not a lot of extra grease on this side. I usually kind of take a little bit off the edge here, but I don't go down too far because that's full of dirt. I don't want to be putting dirt in there. And I never use my leather work gloves to do the grease work because I don't want grease on them. And this here, with the grease on it, it'll just stick right down and find a spot on the frame. And that just stays there. I never lost one. All right. So now we're going to lower the fifth wheel by dropping the air suspension. To show you that. See, you can see it going down. So that's all the way down. And then we will back underneath the trailer. You don't want to try to go all the way to the pin, not with your suspension down, it won't hook up right. Okay, so you kind of just get to know how far to back in. You could get out and visually check it. You know, if you weren't absolutely centered on the pin, and hey, I put the air back to it, trailer's coming up. But if you weren't centered on the pin, you could, if you go in too far, you could actually have the pin on top of the fifth wheel, which you could see. You're supposed to check all this stuff. And you could also do what's called a high hook, where the jaws of the fifth wheel will actually lock around that bottom piece of the kingpin, and that's, you don't want that because that can come off. You got to make sure that pin is seated all the way down in there. Okay, our suspension is back up. We'll back in. And we are hooked. We'll give it 2 little tugs, 1 and 2. Let's shut this truck off. I sure hope the wind noise is not ruining the audio on this. when I'm outside, because I'm not using any other kind of microphone, just whatever this little 360 camera has on it. All right, so we're gonna look. Everything looks the right height there. Yeah, I don't know if this camera's probably not positioned right, but I'm checking the kingpin. That all looks good. The jaws are locked. The pin is all the way down where it belongs. That's one of the most important checks you can do as far as safety when you're hooking up to a trailer. The trailer comes off when you're going down the highway or something. That's not going to be a good situation. Blue line is the service line. That's what applies your brakes. This is the electrical connection for all your lights, ABS, all that kind of stuff. This is red. This can be called the emergency line, usually is what it's called. What this does, when air comes in here, when you press in the knobs on the dash, you put air into the trailer with this, and it releases the spring brakes that are on the trailer. So you need air to release the spring brakes. If a trailer has no air, there are brakes that have springs in them. The canisters in the back have springs in them, and they push the brakes so that there's like a parking brake. And it's also, in case the trailer breaks free, the brakes will come on. All right, well, we'll pull this trailer up away from the rocks here, and we'll do our pre-trip on it. Okay. Slide the tandems, because they're all the way back, so we'll slide the trailer wheels forward or slide the trailer back, however you want to look at it. And probably feels like I'm getting a lot of wind when I'm walking back that way. Well, let's see. All right. All right, we got the trailer further enough forward. We're going to let air go into the trailer for now. Going to air it up, and then I'm going to set the brakes again. This way I can slide the tandems while I'm sitting here. I'll put in my load information on my logbook, the load number. Picked it up today, delivering the 29th. Bill of lading number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. First 11 numbers are always the same. 3, 4, 3, 2. Got to put in your trailer number. And my truck number's already in there. I'll hit OK, and then we'll go back and make sure it took. Yeah, there's all our load information. And I always hit history to make sure everything is in sync. Should be loaded, empty, loaded, empty, loaded, empty, so on and so forth. Okay, so that's in. And we're gonna go and see if that's enough air to release the pins to slide the tandem. So we're gonna pull that brake, because you can't pull that valve back there unless the brakes are set. And we're gonna put the test lights on. Okay. I'm looking to see if this trailer has, yes it does have turn signals up top there, and they're both working, and the marker light's working. I don't know why they put all them extra lights all over, it's just something to go wrong. We'll check the tires. We always make sure that the arm is all the way in on that fifth wheel, the puller, in other words. We've already checked the kingpin. Making sure our thing is secure here. The aerodynamics, marker light, turn signal's working. We're gonna go under here. Gonna look forward. Everything looks good that way. We're gonna look under here. We're looking at brake shoes, drums, just a general appearance. Any wires hanging or anything like that. Everything looks pretty good. One tire sounds a bit low, but these trailers have an air system. And our pins did work, so they're unlocked now. Marker light, we should have it. Yep, there we go, a test ABS light. That's part of the test function. We got brake lights, marker lights. We got brake lights up top, turn signals up top, turn signals below. Got to have a license plate light, that's good. And I always look underneath the trailer from the back here, looking at the back brake drums and pads, airbags, wires, everything looks good. The doors close correctly, meaning the latches are both hooked top and bottom. This door seal don't look all that great. Seal is 30616. We gotta check that. We got mud flaps, marker light. Let's see. You probably can't see it, but we got our DOT bumper certification plate on there. We're looking at the tires, looking in the wheels. Everything looks good. Take another peek under here from this direction. Everything looks good, front and back. Also, when I'm scanning the trailer, I'm looking to see about these placards, making sure nobody left anything on here, because really technically, I don't know if you can see it, that's part of a red placard, little pieces that are there. I think technically that is a violation. You're not supposed to have any piece of a placard left. Midship light, turn signal and marker light was working. The aerodynamic skirts are good. Looking at my wheels, my tires. Just kind of looking at generally hit stuff. And let's see how our upper lights are doing. There's two lights on the top corners of this trailer. They're both marker lights and turn signals. Those are both working. Everything was working on the truck earlier when I did the pre-trip, but just glance at the lights as you go around. It doesn't hurt. Something could have burned out on the way over here. All right, just about done with our pre-trip. Need to slide the tendons and then check that the pins are in the right place. And let's see. And we'll turn the key on, turn the test off. Okay. Slide. We're going to push back. That will make the wheels come forward on the trailer because they're not going to move. We're going to go right about there. That's the spot I like. Okay, now I'm going to put air to the trailer, which if everything's working right, I'll let some air go in. And then I'll set it again, and that will reset that valve back there, so these should lock in wherever I move them to. So we're going to go back a little bit more. Okay, I felt them lock. It's going that way. Let's pull forward. And that's good. So now, remember our seal was 616-30616. That's what's on the bills. We will go back and check the pins on the trailer, make sure they're locked in. Now, I sure hope the wind didn't ruin this video because it was a lot of work. Wow, I slid that a lot. Those are usually like them back a little further. That's fine. They'll be fine. Let's see. Okay. There's a pin there and there. These pins are close together. They're only 2 holes apart. So they're both in there. So this side's good. And this side's good. They're both sticking out. That's what we needed to see. Okay. We're ready to go to Vermont, guys. So we're gonna head down towards Syracuse and pick up the New York State Thruway and head over to Fultonville to get fuel. There's a nice breeze coming this way, so I'm walking this way. I'm sure the microphones are getting screwed up on this camera. I hope not. Let's see. We'll see. All right. That concludes that.
Alright guys, so I'm here at Waterbury and I've already dropped my loaded trailer in the door and down here getting my empty, and they got this thing kinda, I can get it, but they didn't leave me a lot of room to work with here. You can see this road, I don't know, you probably can't see it very good, but it's curved off to the right here, and the trailer's way over here. I can come in on an angle. I'll just have to double check to make sure that I'm going into the kingpin correctly. We can get it.
So, we got underneath there. Really important
to check the kingpin, especially when you're not hooking up straight. Like we're on a pretty good angle here, as you can see. Pretty good angle, so we're gonna make sure we check the kingpin. Get the light turned on here. We're gonna make sure we check that real good. And that is perfect. And it's locked in there just the way it's supposed to be.
So, we gotta try to get out of here in like the next 10 minutes so we can make the 3:05 a.m. ferry. And I talked to the guys inside. Next trailer isn't due till the 2nd, but they're gonna let me bring it in tomorrow night. It'll actually be early Friday morning, the 30th, so this way I don't have to come back again until Thursday after 4th of July. So that helps. That makes it easier than, because the way it stood is they had a delivery on Sunday. Sunday the, what would that be, the 1st? No, the 2nd. Yeah, Sunday the 2nd. This is kind of hard to do one hand, and I'm holding the camera with the other hand. So, hopefully, they said the load was ready today. Alright, everything's in. They said the load was ready today. It was loaded already, but I did not see any bills of lading in the mailbox. This flashlight's blinding me. Yeah, so I'm hoping, because if I go down that way, that's a different direction than going home. I mean, it's not the opposite direction. It'd just be a little long ways out of way if I go over there to get that trailer and I can't get it. But it should be loaded. They said it was loaded. Let's see. Yeah, she's pretty dirty in there. If I got time to clean it out real quick or not. Oh, we got a big old spider over here. Wow. Let's see this guy. I guess he's gonna go for a ride. All right. Probably end up cleaning this thing out tomorrow. Yeah, so I can't use the 360 degree cameras when it's dark. They don't do well in the dark. Okay, everything looks good on that trailer. Let's see what time it's getting to be. It is 1:54. So I got about 9 minutes. And I could still make that. I think what I'll do is I get this, whoops, it's all muddy right here. So you don't want to get off the pavement right here. Well, you can see tire tracks down in there. But you want to stay on the pavement. They didn't leave me much room to get that trailer, but I got it. All right, I'm gonna do something. I better hurry up. Alright, we're just about at the ferry here. We're going to take the ferry across to Plattsburgh and head on down back towards Fulton. Just taking it easy right here. The other night when I came through here, there was a bunch of cows all out in the road here. None tonight. Anyway, we're just pulling up here to the ferry. I gotta load some money on my card here. I got a ferry commuter card. And it balances down to 0. So we gotta put some money on it, and so we can pay for our trip across the lake here.
You didn't have anything left in that card, did you?
20 cents!
Well, you're now $156.55 in the card.
That works better.
Thank you and have a good morning.
You too now.
Thank you.
I see the guy put some more new fences up.
Yes, and he's going to put a double fence around it.
I seen that.
State police got involved, you know.
Yeah. I bet
He's going to get fined pretty bad.
I bet you the neighbors are probably the ones that got it.
Okay, a lot of you go through there, hit your horn. Yes, and don't get me wrong. If that's the way to get a message through, I can only call the cops so many times.
Yeah, right.
When you hear about it every night, and I feel bad for the animals, it's not the animals' fault.
Yeah, I know, it's...
But this is the island, what do you do? Have a good morning.
You too.
Thank you.
Well, so far, there's nobody else here. And the ferry is just starting to pull in to the dock here. And I am just idling down to the parking spot here so I can keep my log on duty. I don't want to go back to driving. If you get up to anything over 4 miles an hour, so when you hit 5 miles an hour, it automatically puts you on driving. And I need to save my driving time, make sure I can make it to where I want to take my break at. It's now 3:03 a.m.
Alright guys, so while we're on the boat here, I'm going to grab something to eat, and I got something that's perfect for a boat ride. Got me some Captain Crunch. Yeah, gotta grab a spoon. I keep my silverware here in the microwave inside of a box, and that helps that glass plate from rattling around. That's kind of a pain. It's very annoying when that thing's rattling in there. Anyway, let's see here. Try to do this one-handed while I hold the camera. Whoa. Okay, good deal. Let's see. We grab our milk out of the fridge. And yes, let's try it. Captain Crunch. Delicious.
Alright guys, so it is the next afternoon.
We made it all the way back down here to Speedy's truck stop in Parrish, New York. So we did a complete round trip. And it's now 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I got about another hour and 15 minutes on my break. And then we got one more to do. Gonna take that up to Waterbury and then go on home from there. And we will be off till the 5th, I think the 5th. Yeah, I gotta pick up a load on the 5th and deliver the 6th up in Waterbury, so we got a few days off. Anyway, we're gonna end the video here. I do appreciate you riding along with me all the way to the end here, and we look forward to seeing you on the next video. Don't forget to give me a like, subscribe. Thanks. See ya.
Have a good 4th.